Okay, guys, and welcome to the Twisted Mug Media Network YouTube channel. I'm Ryan, one of your hosts of the Cinema Talk podcast, back in style. Twisted Mug Media, basically all of our shows other than I Might Play That so far I've been on, and God Caught Me Masturbating. You know, one of those. Just haven't been on that yet, but I'm here. As you saw by the title of the video, do a little bit of different content for you. By the way, that's what I look like. If you haven't seen our old YouTube channel that I barely posted anything on. So yeah, that's what I look like. If you haven't gone on our Instagram, see it. Hi, I'm Ryan. So basically, like, I've been getting into the Blu Ray scene, the Criterion scene, as you can see by the title of this video. Pretty recently got my first Criterion discs, and I'm very excited to show you them today. But, you know, I've had a big collection for a while. I'm still decently young, so, and in school, as you know, so my collection's only around a little over 200 titles. If you go on my Letterboxd, which I believe is just Ryan Floyd, you can see all of the movies that I own on home video. I have a nice list there. So it's not as big as some people, but, you know. Also, not great lighting right now, so this is kind of the best I got. You know, it is what it is. You can see my face and you'll be able to see the Blu-rays. So I picked up 4 Criterion collection Blu-rays. Today is actually August 1st as I'm recording this. I don't know if this is going up tomorrow or when this is going up. But Barnes & Noble until the 2nd, or I'm guessing at the end of tomorrow, is their 50% off little sale. So I'm going to go over these 4 discs that I got. I've seen 3 of them. I haven't seen the last one, which we will talk about, but I'm just going to go in alphabetical order and talk about each of the movies. So here we go. First one, Blue Velvet. A little tie-in to Back in Style. See over there, maybe you get a little better view in that lighting. So I watched this movie very recently for the first time. I think back in, actually maybe even beginning of this month. I rented it off of Amazon Prime, because I'm watching through all of David Lynch's films. I actually had the last one to watch, Inland Empire, sitting behind me, from DVD Netflix, which, yes, I am a subscriber to DVD Netflix. Do it. It's a great deal. If you are a film fan, and there are a lot of things that are hard to find, streaming-wise, you can find them on DVD Netflix. Just quick plug. Not sponsored by them. I just use the service. I think it's a great service still, because they have a huge catalog of discs. But yeah, like I said, it was like $4 to rent, and I'm like, okay, if I'll like it, then I'll pick up the Blu-ray of it. And then shortly after, I got into Criterions, and this was, you know, one of the very first ones I wanted to pick up, because I love the movie. I think it's fantastic. It's a David Lynch film that has a decent other Blu-ray, it looks like, but there's kind of nothing quite like a Criterion. I actually haven't even popped this in yet. I did take it out of the wrapper. I did that for all of them, because I know some people, I'm new to the whole Blu-ray collecting thing, even though I've done it for a while, new to the scene. I know that some people don't like to take it out of the cellophane until they're actually watching the movie, but I might honestly pop this in as soon as I'm done with this video, because I got to pack, because I'm moving. So you'll see a change of scenery very soon for my next Blu-ray video, which I think I might just go through my entire Blu-ray collection. I might even order another Criterion tonight or tomorrow. So, you know, that's Blue Velvet. Talk about the movie at all. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie. I'm assuming most of you have. Starring Kyle MacLachlan, also worked with David Lynch and Twin Peaks, stars Cooper. And I almost said Anderson Cooper. Not Anderson Cooper. Dale Cooper. But he's a little younger here. This came out in 1986. Also starring future wife of David Lynch, Isabella Rossellini, who they then divorced later. And also Laura Dern, first interaction between David Lynch and Laura Dern, who is the star of Inland Empire and also in Wild at Heart, which is another great David Lynch film. But yeah, this is the most Twin Peaks of any of his non-Twin Peaks stuff, I would say. It's a really, really great film. Kind of deals with the same things as Twin Peaks, you know, suburban life in America and kind of like the seedy underbelly of what's actually going on there. Really great, and I love the title. And Dennis Hopper, terrifying in this movie. Check that one out if you haven't seen it, and then go ahead and pick up that Criterion. Now, this next one's very important to me, because I saw this movie for the first... Ooh, you might have seen it a little bit there. I saw this movie for the first time back in June. Or maybe even... Yeah, I think back in the middle of June. It was after the George Floyd murder. Sorry if you're new to this, I can't talk. I'll trip over my words constantly. The George Floyd murder. People were talking about this film a lot, and I saw it a lot on Letterboxd. And I hadn't seen the film, and I hadn't seen many by the director, which I felt I should. So after a while, I was like, you know what? I'll rent it and watch it. And I watched Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing twice in, I think, 2 days. This movie really hit me. Amazing lead performance by Spike Lee, who also wrote, produced, and directed the film, as you know. This, I have to say, as soon as I saw it, I knew, like, okay, this needs to be the first Criterion disc I'm going to get. Because I looked for it online, and there wasn't a great, easily available Blu Ray of it. And I saw it, I was like, okay, I'm going to wait for a sale, and this is going to be the first one I get. This booklet is thick. I don't know, I haven't had the time to sit down and read it. Looks like Spike Lee sat down. He wrote a director's journal just through all of these different times through making Do the Right Thing, which is 31 years old now. Hard to believe. But, Spike Lee had a great movie come out this year, *Five Bloods, which I highly recommend, which I haven't talked with Matt yet, but I still want to do it best of the year. So that movie will definitely be brought up there. And, this movie, for the longest time during the film, it's obviously about race, Mookie working at the pizzeria, Sal's Pizzeria. I was like, why was this, like, great film, but why is this the movie that after the George Floyd murder, everything happens? And then you get to the end of the film. And I had seen the aftermath of what happens. I'm not going to spoil it too much. The aftermath in a film class. And I feel like watching the aftermath of that, of what happens in Do the Right Thing, you don't really get the impact of it until you actually see what happens on screen. So I saw it, and we had a discussion over even if, he did the right thing. And if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. But I feel like it just wasn't quite the same. And I'm just looking here at all of the different special features. This is just such an impressive Blu-ray. I kind of can't believe that I could get this for $20. I could ramble on about Do the Right Thing for a long time, and I will. I'm sure that I'm going to force us to review it at some point. So if you listen to the podcast at any point, you know that I'm a huge Alfred Hitchcock fan. One of my favorite Blu-rays that I own, actually they're not even over there anymore, they're all packed up in a way, is my 17 movie Alfred Hitchcock collection. I forced the guys to do Alfred Hitchcock Through the Decades series on CTP, where we reviewed The Lodger. Ooh, you saw it there. It's Rebecca. We reviewed The Lodger, Rope, Rear Window, Psycho, Family Plot, and 39 Steps. But I didn't own Rebecca. It was not in the collection, in the Alfred Hitchcock collection, but it is in the Criterion collection. And, Hitchcock being one of, if not my favorite directors, I think he is, but, I'm just starting to get into film history a lot. So, I watched my first Billy Wilder movie today. I watched Sunset Boulevard for the first time today. So, I still got a lot of education to do. But Rebecca is a film that I watched in my Alfred Hitchcock class back freshman year, and I loved it. It's currently, I think, my number 6 Alfred Hitchcock film, because I keep a running tally. Again, on Letterboxd, you can see all this stuff on my Letterboxd. Everyone has one. It's a great app. You should have it. Also not sponsored, just you should have it. This is a fantastic film. It's the only film by Alfred Hitchcock to win Best Picture. Joan Fontaine and Laurence Olivier are fantastic in this movie, as is, Judith Anderson. She is fantastic. She plays the maid. Who is that right there? That's the maid. Fantastic film. We talked about this a little bit on our Rope podcast of how those two films tie in cinematography wise. And I haven't seen this movie since I've only seen this movie once, but I love this movie. It's fantastic. Maybe I'll do a little post-mortem after I rewatch it. And this is the film that I have not seen. Another tie-in to Back in Style. We will be reviewing this movie soon, because just yesterday, we released the third to last episode in season 3 of Twin Peaks. I got Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me here. Or should I say, as they say in the show, Fire Walk With Me. Got Cheryl Lee there as Laura Palmer. Another David Lynch film, along with Inland Empire, the only David Lynch film that I have not seen. I'm a little disappointed. You can see there's a little nick there, which I'm a little disappointed by, but it is what it is. I can't really say anything about this movie. I haven't seen it, but I've heard very good things. from people who like the show and from people who are David Lynch fans. I've read Room to Dream, and the reception of this film at the time, I feel like people just weren't ready for a darker version of Twin Peaks, which is what I hear this is. It's basically Twin Peaks without the humor, is what I've heard. The film was $20, you know, on the sale, and I knew we were going to be reviewing it. Big Twin Peaks fan because of that, because of Back in Style, because of Logan forcing, you know, it to be a main part of the feed. It took me a little while to come around on it, but earlier this year I sat down and watched it. Actually, right at the beginning of quarantine, right before everything shut down, was right when I was watching the show to catch up, and I am so damn excited to get to this, and even more excited to get to the return. So you should be checking out everything on Back in Style. We'll be talking about this very soon, and eventually this when we do the rest of David Lynch's films. Just, yeah, one more recap. So I got first Criterions ever. Blue Velvet, Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, Rebecca by Alfred Hitchcock, and Spike Lee joint Do the Right Thing, which was the reason that I started Criterion, looked into Criterion because of Do the Right Thing, which I am very excited to sit down. Even though I watched Blue Velvet and Do the Right Thing very recently, I think I will probably sit down when I move into my apartment on Monday and watch those movies soon. So I think I might be ordering another Criterion. I saved a little more money, so I think I might drop one more. But my birthday is coming up, so I'm kind of crossing my fingers that maybe I'll get one specific one that I really want. I didn't drop the $50 on it. It's the Before trilogy, if you know anything about that. Great trilogy of films by Richard Linklater. So that is my first Blu-ray video. That is also my first video here on the Twisted Mug Media Network YouTube channel. Please subscribe, hit a like, hit the like button. It doesn't take anything from your day to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and it really helps us out. Leave a comment on did you get any new Criterions during this Barnes & Noble sale? Did you start your Criterion collection as well with me during this time? And yeah, just hit us up with any other videos that you would like to see from us. I'm going to be doing a lot more, I think, with my Blu-ray collection, because it's something that I don't get to talk about very often. People just see it whenever they come into my room, no matter where I'm living, and I have my Blu-rays there with me because they go wherever I go. It's just something fun that I like to talk to people about, and I have a really anal way of organizing them. I normally do it by release date. I know today I did it by alphabetical, but normally on my shelf it's release date, which is fun. But yeah, so I'll be back soon, probably with another either Blu-ray haul or all of my Blu-rays, which I will talk way less about individually than these four. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe. Go on over to our YouTube or our podcast feed on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, Twisted Mug Media Network. Follow us on social media. Twitter and Instagram is Twisted Mug Media, and then email us at twistedmugmedia@gmail.com. So I'm Ryan, and thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you.